Spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Atlantic Owls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Roadrunners offense will take the first swing of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football. And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackled, but he has a first down. Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Barnes. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So Florida Atlantic's offense has the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner. Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They feed him again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here. Looking deep. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got his man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Wants to throw. It's McCown. Got a man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Barnes. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense working from the pistol. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Fancher. Getting some heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking for space. It's Barnes. Oh, gave the defender the business. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down.
Into the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. A great year, and that's why they're a
lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. UTSA 14, Florida Atlantic 7. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. A 1st down for the offense. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Makes a connection. Turns it on in midfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air, it's McCown. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the 1st half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught inside the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The give. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
At the 8-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
UTSA 17.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Got it in the middle. It's Campbell. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a...
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Feeling some heat. With the catch, it's Allen. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Coming after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The give on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a block. It's Anderson. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback.
He lost one down the sideline. Got it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the run, it's Campbell. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking downfield, it's Fancher. Quickly complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
That's just a really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding this. That QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in, got that sucker to the ground.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
It must have been a brutal week for this defense preparing for this game because of all the different ways they can attack you and because of how athletic this quarterback is and how he can hurt you running the football. He just showed it to you right there.
That's caught. It's Henry. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Sullivan. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle. It's Henry. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. He hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He gets a block. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now on second down. To the air, it's Fancher. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 10 over UCLA.
Leaves it with the back.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it on the counter. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying.
Racing down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, UTSA. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Fancher. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another.
Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
UTSA.
They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
To the air, it's Fancher. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Anderson. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Roadrunners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. 3rd and goal for the offense. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
UTSA 41, Florida Atlantic 17.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Back to pass, it's Fancher. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot.
Lofts one high and deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Barnes.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. And after this short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.